if you guys are losing many matches in Clash Squad rank, it could be that you are doing some mistakes. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys 10 mistakes that players do in Clash Squad rank and how to fix them. So without wasting any more time, first let's start with mistake number 1. So guys, this first mistake that I'm gonna tell you guys is done by a lot of players when they get the factory round. The mistake that these players do is that when the factory round starts, they come near this box and stand straight like this. Most of them think that the enemy can't attack them when they are taking cover behind this box like this. But that's not true. An enemy can easily attack you when you're standing straight like this near this box. So let me show you guys how to attack an enemy when he does this. So if your enemy is standing straight near this box, quickly open the scope and bring it near the enemy's head. When the crosshair turns red, you can easily take down the enemy with a headshot. So if you're planning on staying near this box, make sure that you don't stand like this. Instead, you can stay in a crouched position. The second mistake that players do is related to grenades. As you guys might know, grenades are very useful in Clash Squad matches. You can even use them to take down a whole squad if you know how to time and throw them correctly. But the mistake that players do is that they don't time the grenades correctly. If you throw a grenade without timing it correctly, the enemy will have enough time to react and run away from the grenade. So when throwing grenades, try to correctly time and throw them so that the enemy won't have enough time to run away. The third mistake that players do is that they use characters that aren't useful in Clash Squad matches. Characters such as Paloma, Notora and Misha can be very useful in Battle Royale matches, but they aren't that useful in Clash Squad matches. Sometimes when players keep these characters in their character combination when playing Battle Royale matches, they forget to change them when they go to play Clash Squad matches. So when playing Clash Squad matches, try to use a character combination that is gonna be useful for Clash Squad matches. And guys, I'd recommend you guys to use a separate character combination for Clash Squad matches and a separate character combination when playing Battle Royale matches. The fourth mistake that I'm gonna tell you guys is related to airdrops. This happens when players don't focus well on the map and their surroundings. And guys, this has also happened to me many times, and comment down below if it has also happened to you at least once. So guys, the mistake that players do is that they stand on the place that the airdrop is gonna fall. When the airdrop falls on them, they automatically get eliminated from that round. If you focus on your surroundings, or even if you check the minimap, you will be able to know where the airdrop is gonna fall. So after purchasing the items from the store, try to check the place that the airdrop is gonna fall in the minimap before engaging your enemies, or else you might unknowingly get eliminated by the airdrop when it falls on you. The fifth mistake that players do is that they don't have a good team coordination. Most of them won't even turn on their mics to talk with their teammates about the strategies and enemy locations. Some of them might either try to rush alone without their teammates, or the whole squad will get separated and might get easily knocked down by the enemy team. In Clash Squad matches, it's very important to play as a team. If the enemy team has a good team coordination and your team doesn't, the enemy team could easily take down your whole squad. So before playing Clash Squad matches, try to create a good squad and appoint a leader. Always try to talk with your teammates about things such as strategies that you could use and the location of enemies. The sixth mistake that players do is that they let their guard down after knocking down an enemy. For example, let's say that you knock down an enemy but your health is very low. If you just use medikits without checking your surroundings, an enemy can easily come from the back and take you down. So after knocking down an enemy, don't let your guard down. Try to check your surroundings or place some glue walls so that you can use medikits easily without getting attacked from another side. You can also use the clue character to see the location of nearby enemies, but remember that the clue character won't show you the location of enemies if they are in a prone or crouch position. The auto character can also be very useful in such situations, because when you eliminate an enemy when using the auto character skill, the position of the other enemies within 75 meters of the elimination spot will be revealed. This information will also be shared with your teammates. The seventh mistake that players do is that they switch their guns when an enemy is nearby. As you guys might know, it's better to take down your enemies by surprise, because they won't have enough time to react. If the enemy hears the sound of you switching the guns, he'll know that an enemy is nearby. So it will be hard for you to do a surprise attack on that enemy. So when an enemy is nearby, try not to make a lot of noise, because you might reveal your position to your enemy. The eighth mistake that players do is that they become overconfident and rush alone without their teammates. If a person rushes alone, there's a great chance that he might get knocked down, because he could get into a 1 vs 4 situation. If the enemy team has a good team coordination, it can be very easy for them to take down a single enemy. So I highly recommend that you play together with your squad as a team instead of just rushing alone into the enemy's territory. The ninth mistake that players do is when the round starts, they just directly rush straight into the enemy's side. For example, when the factory round starts, some players just rush straight into the enemy's side like this. When you do this, an enemy can easily headshot you. He might even easily take you down with a zoom in zoom out trick with guns such as the farmer's gun. Another example for this is the Sentosa round. Sometimes players will just run straight into the enemy's side like this. As I said earlier, it can be very easy to knock down an enemy who's just rushing straight into your side. So instead of doing that, try to rush from cover to cover. The 10th mistake that players do is that they forget to buy a vest. A vest can be very useful than a helmet in Clash Squad matches. I explained that in this video, so make sure to check out this video if you guys want to know 20 Clash Squad tips and tricks that pro players use to push their rank fast and win matches in Clash Squad rank.